I am the Lord your God, and I do not speak in hesitation. When I declare that I will make a way, it is not a question. It is not a wish. It is a decree sealed by heaven and enforced by my word. You look at the wilderness and see barrenness. I look at the same place and see a road forming beneath your feet. You see the sea and think it cannot be crossed. I breathe upon it, and the waters divide. I am not limited by your limitations. I am not constrained by your circumstances. I am the one who calls light out of darkness and causes rivers to rise in the desert. Isaiah chapter 43 verse 19 says, "Behold, I am doing a new thing, now it springs forth. Do you not perceive it? I will make a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert." This is not just a poetic promise, it is your reality. I have watched you stand at dead ends, wondering if the silence meant I had turned away. I have seen you hold promises in one hand while staring at impossibilities with the other. But I am the God who specializes in the impossible. I am not intimidated by what overwhelms you. When you could not see a way forward, I was already designing one. When you could not imagine a breakthrough, I was already commanding it to rise. You asked for a door to open, but I do not need doors. I am the door. You prayed for a breakthrough. I do not bring breakthrough. I am the breaker. What you are standing in is not the end. It is the threshold of a new beginning. The tension you feel is not failure. It is the pressure of transition. I am stretching your faith, not to break you, but to build you. I do not speak and then forget my words. I do not promise and then abandon my people. I am not man that I should lie, nor the son of man that I should change my mind. What I have spoken over you will come to pass, not by might, not by power, but by my spirit. Lift your eyes from the ground. Stop measuring your future by the weight of your past. I am not calculating your destiny based on your failures. I am aligning it with my faithfulness. You say, "But God, I don't see a way." And I respond, "Good, because it was never your sight that made the way, it was always my hand." You say, "But God, the door is closed." And I say, "I open doors no man can shut." You say, "But God, I don't have what it takes." And I remind you, I am all that you need. The wilderness is not your grave. It is the place where I reveal my glory. The sea is not your ending. It is the stage upon which I part what seems uncrossable. I do not need favorable conditions. I am not waiting for permission from the systems of man. When I say I will make a way, heaven moves, creation responds, and what did not exist is suddenly born under the weight of my word. So do not fear. I am not done with you. I have not changed my mind. I have not delayed without purpose. I have not grown weary of you. I am preparing a way so precise, so strategic, so unexpected, that when it unfolds, no one will be able to deny, God did this. And you will walk on ground that didn't exist yesterday. Because I will make a way. I have gone before you. And what I decree cannot be undone. My word is not a suggestion. It is the force that holds all things together. When I speak, mountains tremble, seas recede, and timelines bow to my sovereignty. I have made a covenant with you. And I do not forget my covenants. You were never meant to carry the burden of outcomes. That belongs to me. Yours is to believe. Mine is to perform. I told Noah to build when there was no rain. I told Abraham to walk when he didn't know the destination. I told Moses to stretch his staff over a sea. I told Joshua to march around the wall. And I am telling you now, I will make a way. Not just for survival, but for your rising. Not just to escape, but to advance. Not just to get through, but to become. There is no delay in me. Only design. Every closed door is part of the architecture of your training. Every detour is a corridor of divine development. I do not lead you into places I have not already conquered. You are not alone in your waiting. I am with you in the night hours. I am with you in the unseen places. I am with you in the tension between the now and the not yet. I am the same God who led Israel with fire by night and cloud by day. I never stopped making ways. You simply stopped recognizing them. You wanted paths of comfort, but I gave you paths of calling. You asked for ease, but I gave you endurance. You looked for signs, but I planted seeds. And now those seeds are rising. Even when you don't feel it. Even when you don't see it. Even when everything around you says it's too late. I speak outside of time. I command from eternity. I do not ask permission to bless you. I do not seek agreement to release breakthrough. When I decide to favor you, the winds shift. When I decide to elevate you, no system can suppress it. When I decide to bring you into the fullness of what I planned, nothing, no devil, no man, no limitation, can stand in my way. So fix your eyes, not on the dead ends, but on the deliverer. Fix your eyes, not on the pressure, but on the promise keeper. Fix your eyes, not on the Red Sea, but on the one who splits it. And if these words have resonated in your spirit, if your heart burns with the truth that I am still the God who makes a way, then share this message. Like, comment, subscribe, and send it forth, not for numbers, but for souls. For those who stand at the edge of despair and need to hear, I will make a way. This is my word, and my word never returns void. It accomplishes everything I sent it to do. And it will accomplish it in you. You wonder if the silence means I've stopped speaking. But my silence is not absence, it is the sound of strategy. I have been working beneath the surface, weaving timelines and aligning assignments, setting in motion things you cannot yet see. When I make a way, it will not look like the plans you wrote. It will not match the timelines you imagined. It will not arrive in the packaging you expected. Because my ways are higher than your ways. My thoughts beyond your understanding. And what I am preparing for you will require faith, not just to receive it, but to recognize it. I told Elijah to go to a brook during famine. I told a widow to pour her last jar of oil. I told Gideon to face an army with 300 men. I told Peter to step out of the boat. And I am telling you now, step forward. Even if you don't see where your foot will land. Because I will make a way as you move. You are not stepping into uncertainty. You are stepping into obedience. And obedience is the ground where miracles grow. I know the way through the storm. I know the way through the shame. I know the way through the waiting. And I am not just showing it to you. I am being it for you. I am not your map. I am your way. When you feel surrounded, I am your shield. When you feel forgotten, I am your remembrance. When you feel unworthy, I am your righteousness. I do not call the equipped, I equip the called. I do not anoint the proud, I raise the humble. I do not select based on potential, I choose according to purpose. And you, beloved, are chosen. Chosen for this hour. Chosen for this path. Chosen for this breakthrough. The shaking you feel is not destruction, it is preparation. The doors closing are not rejection, they are redirection. The delays are not denial, they are protection from premature access. I will not give you what your character cannot carry. I will not open what your faith cannot sustain. So trust me in the restraint. Trust me in the reroute. Trust me when the way seems invisible. Because the moment you gave me your yes, I began to make a way. And I do not abandon what I initiate. I finish what I start. With precision, with mercy, with fire. So rise now. Rise in faith. Rise in expectation. Because the way is coming. And I, the Lord your God, will walk it with you. Do not be afraid of the narrow path. For the way I make is not always wide, but it is always sure. The crowd may not follow you there. Voices may not affirm you there. But I walk with you there. And where I walk, there is fullness. There is favor. There is fire. I am not calling you to follow trends. I am calling you to follow truth. The way I make is marked by obedience. Not approval. It is paved with surrender. Not shortcuts. It is walked by faith. Not by sight. And this is the way I have always led my people. I led Joseph through betrayal into elevation. I led Ruth through loss into legacy. I led Esther through hiddenness into royal influence. I led Daniel through lions into authority. And I am leading you through your valley into your victory. What man calls a delay, I call a doorway. What you call detour, I call divine timing. What seems like a wilderness is actually a womb, birthing something holy within you. I am not late. I am not confused. I am not limited. I see the end from the beginning. And I have already declared your breakthrough before you saw the barrier. I am your provider. I am your sustainer. I am your guide. You have cried out for me to open a way, and I have not only heard you. I have already moved. Angels have been dispatched. Giants have begun to fall. Waters are parting. Because when I speak, creation obeys. When I move, nothing remains unchanged. And I have spoken over you. I have declared that you will rise. That you will stand. That you will overcome. I have promised that no weapon formed against you shall prosper. I have said that I will never leave you nor forsake you. And I will not go back on my word. So do not be moved by what you see. Be anchored in what I have said. Because the way I make will come through, not around, the impossible. It will rise like a road in the wilderness. It will flow like a river in dry places. And it will carry you into promises you thought were too far. Too hard. Too late. Watch me. I will do it. I will make a way. You have asked me, Lord, when? And I say to you, in the fullness of time. Not in your time. Not in their time. In mine. For I hold time in my hands. And I waste nothing. The weight is not a void. It is a vault where I store the weight of your anointing. I have seen your quiet faithfulness. I have heard the groanings that words could not form. I have marked your tears as seed. And I will cause them to water the very fields I am preparing for you to harvest. What you planted in pain, you will reap in power. What you released in tears, you will gather in joy. Because I am not just the God who makes a way. I am the God who brings full circle what seemed scattered. You thought the broken pieces disqualified you. But I say, those are the very pieces I will use to prove my glory. I will make mosaics of mercy from the shattered places. I will draw rivers from rocks. I will birth nations from barren wombs. Do not define the way by what you see. Define it by who I am. I am your shepherd. I am your banner. I am your light. And I do not lead into destruction. I lead into destiny. The path I prepare may be unfamiliar. But it is sure. The way I make may cost you comfort. But it will lead you to calling. The journey may stretch your faith. But it will also awaken your authority. You were not created for safety. You were created for surrender. And surrender is the key that unlocks the way. I have not called you to build your own bridge. I have called you to walk by trust. Not blueprints. I have already gone ahead of you. I have already secured your footing. I have already made provision for what you have not yet stepped into. So take the next step. Even if it's trembling. Even if it's quiet. Even if you don't feel ready. Obedience is never about your strength, it's about my spirit. And my spirit is upon you. I have anointed you to walk on ground you didn't think you deserved. To enter rooms you thought were locked. To open scrolls you thought were sealed. Because I have placed my name upon you. And no one can shut what I open. I will make a way. And you will walk in it. Do not mistake resistance for rejection. Do not confuse delay with denial. Every wall you faced, every battle you fought, every silence you've endured, it has not been a sign of my absence. It has been evidence of my strategy. I have been setting things in motion that you do not yet comprehend. I have been closing doors that would have derailed you. I have been blocking paths that would have burdened you. I have been hiding you, not to punish you, but to protect what I am growing in you. There are things you can only learn in the hidden place. There are depths you can only reach when the crowd walks away. There is oil that only flows when the pressing becomes personal. And you, beloved, have been pressed, but not crushed. You have been shaken, but not shattered. You have been tested, but not turned away. You have passed through fire. And now you carry fragrance. You have walked through storms. And now you carry stillness. You have waited with worship. And now you carry weight. This is the kind of vessel I can trust with the way I am making. Because it's not just a way for you, it's a way through you. I will cause others to follow the path you walked in faith. I will use your testimony as a lamp for their journey. I will use your pain as a seed for their promise. Nothing in me is wasted. No tear. No delay. No trial. No detour. All of it will serve my glory. And you will look back, not with regret, but with reverence, because you will see how I wove it all together. The heartbreak that softened you, the silence that trained you, the warfare that forged you, the wilderness that awakened you. This is how I make a way. Not just for one moment, but for movement. Not just for escape, but for expansion. Not just for now, but for generations. So rest your fears. Lay down your timelines. Release your striving. And trust me, because the same God who brought water from a rock, bread from heaven, and fire from the sky is still moving, still working, still making a way for you. And when it unfolds, you will not have to explain it. The fruit will speak. The doors will testify. The breakthrough will echo the voice of the one who promised it. For I am not a God of empty words. I am not a deity of delay. I am the Lord who delivers. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end, and I do not forget what I started in you. Even now, heaven is responding. Even now, the way is forming. Even now, I am aligning time, people, places, and provision. You think you are waiting on me, but I have been waiting for the appointed time. And now it draws near. I will open what no man can shut. I will do what no system can predict. I will raise what looked like it died. Because nothing is beyond my reach. I raise valleys. I level mountains. I rebuke storms. I resurrect dead things. And I restore what was lost. You say, but Lord, it's too broken. And I say, I am the potter. You say, but Lord, it's too late. And I say, I am the redeemer of time. You say, but Lord, I've failed too much. And I say, my grace is sufficient. I don't make a way for the qualified. I make a way for the surrendered. So come, even with trembling hands. Come, even with uncertain steps. Come, even with questions in your mouth. I do not require you to be ready. I require you to be willing. I will make a way, not just for you to move forward, but for you to rise higher. For this is not just a crossing, this is a calling. Not just a shift, this is ascending. Not just a breakthrough, this is the birthing of something eternal. So do not let the fear of the unknown silence your faith. I hold the unknown. I am the map and the miracle. I am the way through and the victory after. Lift your head. Take courage. I am the Lord. I will make a way. You have walked through shadows. But the shadow is proof that light is near. You have felt forgotten. But I was marking you for distinction. You have stood in front of barriers. But I was strengthening your legs for the push through. I did not overlook your suffering. I stored it. I will redeem every hour you thought was wasted. I will return joy where sorrow sat too long. I will crown you with clarity where confusion once reigned. You are not disqualified. You are not behind. You are not broken beyond use. You are being reformed for glory. And the path I carved for you will not look like theirs. Because your story was never meant to be a copy, it is a commission. I am not looking for perfection. I am looking for persistence. Your yes, even in weakness, has moved me. Your faith, even in the storm, has pleased me. Your worship, even with wounds, has reached me. And now I respond, not with whispers, but with wonders, not with theory, but with testimony, not with delay, but with divine movement. The old structures will not hold what I'm about to pour. The old rhythms will not sustain what I'm birthing. I am calling you to step into the new. New wineskins, new boldness, new authority. Because I am not just making a way for you. I am making a way through you. Others will eat from the fruit of your faith. Others will drink from the wells you've dug in hidden places. Others will walk in the light you refused to let die. You are a forerunner, a fire carrier, a pillar in the wilderness. And I trust you with the weight of this way. So rise, stretch your tent pegs, enlarge your vision, because what I have prepared is more than you asked, greater than you saw, deeper than you dreamed, and the road I will unveil is not one you could have made. It is marked by my mercy, sealed by my word, backed by my power, and it is ready, for I will make a way. Do not measure my promises by present pressure. What feels like crushing is not the end, it is the beginning of pressing. and pressing always precedes power. You have cried for clarity, and I have answered with closeness. You have asked for progress, and I have given you presence. Because before I reveal the path, I anchor your feet. Before I show you the mountain, I teach you to trust in the valley. You thought I was waiting for your perfection, but I've been waiting for your surrender. You thought you had to strive to reach me, but I've been near all along. You thought you had to earn the way, but I paid for it in full. There is no striving in grace. There is no earning in sonship. You are not walking toward my love, you are walking from it. And that is why you will not fail. Because I do not forsake my own. I lead them, I guide them, I carry them when the road grows heavy. And I remind them when the silence gets loud, I am still making a way. Look around you. Every closed door was mercy. Every reroute was strategy. Every delay was maturity. You did not miss your moment, you are walking toward it. And I will not allow what I authored in you to be aborted by fear or fatigue. Even when you sit in stillness, I am moving. Even when you rest, I am warring. Even when you falter, I remain faithful. This is not just your story, it is mine. And I will not let my name be mocked in the mouths of your enemies. I will prepare a table before you. I will clothe you in righteousness. I will crown you with the oil of gladness. And I will lead you on a way no eye has seen, no ear has heard, and no mind has imagined. Because you are mine, called by my name, marked by my spirit, and kept by my hand. So do not back down. Do not shrink. Do not doubt what I whispered just because the wind howls. I still speak. I still lead. I still love. And I still make a way. There is a shift taking place. And though you cannot see it with natural eyes, your spirit knows it is time. Time to move forward. Time to release what was. Time to embrace what is being revealed. You have been faithful in the hidden place. You have obeyed without results. You have sown without applause. And now, I will bring harvest. Not because you earned it, but because I promised it. Not because of works, but because of my covenant. You are walking into days prepared long before your birth. You are stepping into alignments arranged in the courts of heaven. You are receiving what eyes have not seen and ears have not heard. But what I have reserved for those who love me. Your faith has been tested. Your character has been refined. Your hope has been purified. And now, you are ready, not just to receive the promise, but to steward it with reverence. This is not about promotion, it's about purpose. Not about applause, it's about assignment. I will give you access not for your comfort, but for my glory. I will place you in positions not for pride, but for impact. I will increase your reach not for fame, but for kingdom work. And the way I make for you will be one that no man can replicate. Because it will be carved by my spirit. You are not here by coincidence. You are not surviving by chance. You are being led by the hand of the Almighty. The same hand that parted seas. The same hand that shut the mouths of lions. The same hand that lifted the cross. The same hand that rolled the stone away. And that same hand is holding you now. So rest, even when the road is unfamiliar. Walk, even when the ground feels unsteady. Praise, even when the promise feels distant. Because I am not a passive God, I am a present God. And I am making a way before you even ask. Even when you sleep, I am writing the chapters. Even when you wonder, I am weaving the threads. Even when you falter, I remain faithful. This is the kind of love I lead with. This is the kind of grace I move with. This is the kind of God I am. I will not fail you. I will not forget you. And I will not let you fall where I have called you to rise. I will make a way. And nothing will stop it. Let the nations hear and the heavens bear witness when I speak. No force in earth or hell can stop what I have ordained. I do not make suggestions, I issue decrees. I do not guess outcomes, I author them. And I have authored a way where there was no way. I am not reacting, I am reigning. And I reign over time, over governments, over circumstances, over impossibilities. What seems irreversible to you is an invitation for my intervention. What looks final is simply where I begin. You see tombs, I see resurrection. You see obstacles, I see opportunities. You see endings, I see entrances. For I am the God of redemption. I turn valleys into springs. I turn deserts into gardens. I turn ashes into beauty. And I turn fear into testimony. Your story is not over. Your voice is not lost. Your season is not done. You are rising, not by your strength, but by my Spirit. And I am calling you into new places. Places of freedom. Places of favor. Places of fire. I will not waste your wilderness. I will not ignore your prayers. I will not silence your song. You will walk in clarity where there was once confusion. You will move in confidence where there was once delay. You will rejoice in fulfillment where there was once pain. For I am not just making a way through circumstances, I am making a way in you. I am enlarging your heart. I am stretching your capacity. I am deepening your faith. So don't despise the path I have carved, it is holy. Even when it winds, even when it narrows, even when it tests your resolve, it is leading you into my purposes. And nothing formed against you shall prevail. For I have made up my mind. And what I make, no one can unmake. What I start, no one can stop. What I release, no one can restrain. So lift your eyes again. Set your gaze on me. And prepare to walk through the place you once called impossible. Because I will make a way. And it shall be done. I have walked with you in the shadows. I have stood beside you in the fire. I have whispered to your soul in the silence. And now, I will shout your freedom before the world. Not for your glory, but for mine. Not to exalt your name, but to reveal mine. Because this way I am making is not about ease, it's about eternity. It is about what I will do through your obedience. It is about how I will show my faithfulness through your faith. It is about how my power will be revealed in your surrendered steps. You have trusted me in the dark, now I will reward you in the light. You have honored me in weakness, now I will clothe you in strength. You have worshipped me through weeping, now I will anoint you with joy. And the world will look and say, "This is the Lord's doing, and it is marvelous." So let your heart be still. Let your hands be ready. Let your spirit stay yielded. For the hour is near, and the way is sure. I will not abandon what I started. I will not fail the work of my hands. I will not delay one moment longer than what love requires. So come, the way is opening. The sound of breakthrough is echoing. The waters are parting, and your time has come. I will make a way, in your family, in your future, in your legacy, and the gates of hell will not prevail against it. This is not the end. This is the unveiling. This is the promise. This is the path. And I, the Lord, will walk with you in it until the very end. This is my vow. I have spoken it, and it is done. And when generations after you speak of deliverance, they will mention your name, not because of fame, but because of faith. Because you said yes. Yes when it cost you. Yes when it scared you. Yes when it made no sense. Yes when it felt like all was lost. That yes has unlocked a way. Not just for you, but for those behind you. Children will walk in your prayers. Nations will echo your surrender. Systems will shift under the authority I have placed upon you. Because your yes was not quiet in heaven, it thundered. And I responded. Now, watch. Watch me open what no man can hold back. Watch me flood what once stood dry. Watch me revive what you laid down in tears. For I am not finished. I have only just begun. This is the path I promised. This is the land you will possess. This is the life you were born to live. A life shaped by my presence. Guided by my voice. Covered by my hand. So do not turn around. Do not look back. Do not second guess the calling. I will uphold you. I will carry you. I will protect what I planted. You are walking in the miraculous. You are living inside of prophecy. You are dwelling in the very space I created for your voice. Your hands, your legacy. I will make a way. And you will never walk alone. The heavens are watching. The earth is responding. The angels are aligning. And all of creation leans in to witness what I have begun in you. Because when I make a way, it is not small. It carries the weight of destiny. It echoes with divine timing. It unfolds with unstoppable power. So fear no longer. The days of hiding are over. The time of wondering has ended. This is the hour of movement. This is the moment of manifestation. You will speak and chains will break. You will step and barriers will fall. You will rise and atmospheres will shift. For I, the Lord your God, have declared it, and it shall come to pass. Mark this day. Mark this word. Mark this moment in your spirit. You will never be the same. I will make a way. And you, my beloved, will walk in it with fire, with grace, and with glory. Even in the stillness, I am moving. Even in the silence, I am speaking. Even in the waiting, I am weaving. You are not forgotten. You are not forsaken. You are not too late. You are precisely positioned for what I am about to release. And when it comes, you will know it was not coincidence. It was covenant, not luck, but legacy, not chance, but fulfillment. I will make a way because I love you, because I chose you, because I called you by name. You are mine, and I will lead you through every fire, every flood, every storm. I will not let go. I will not turn away. I will not fail. I am faithful, and I will make a way, because I said I would. That is my word, that is my promise, and that is your path forward, from this day on. So walk now, not in fear, but in faith, not in doubt, but in declaration, not in delay, but in divine alignment. The ground will rise to meet your feet. The winds will carry your praise. The heavens will back your steps. Because this is the season one designed before time began. This is the moment I reserved for you. You are not too small for this call. You are not too late for this hour. You are right on time for the glory I am releasing. I will make a way, and you will walk in it with boldness, with peace, and with power, forever marked by my promise. And when you stand on the other side, whole, free, and filled, you will lift your hands, look back on the road I made beneath your feet, and whisper the only words that matter now and forever. God made a way, and He was faithful to the end. This is your confirmation. This is your clarity. This is your commissioning. I have made the way. Now walk in it, with courage, with reverence, and with joy. For I am with you. And I will be with you, always. You will testify of this. You will declare it boldly. You will never forget what I've done. Because I, the Lord your God, made a way, when there was no way. And that is what I will always do for those who are mine. Now go. Carry this word. Stand in this truth. Live in this promise. And remember forever, I will make a way. And as you walk, let every step declare, my God has made a way. And He will do it again. This is the truth that will carry you. He has made the way. He is the way, and He will never fail. Now rest, child, for the way is sure. And I am already there. You are never alone.